Hey everyone, welcome back to Thistle Hill Farmstead. Today we're going to be doing a little work on the windows for our barn. If you followed the videos, you'll know that I picked up these windows used from Facebook Marketplace. They're actually new windows, but have never been installed. But I got them up from Facebook Marketplace. I was able to find 6 of the white ones with the crossbars in them. I need 8 altogether. So I found 2 other tan ones. One has some crossbars internally and one has no crossbars in it at all. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to clean these tan ones up and paint them white. And I have some aftermarket crossbars that should go in these. So I'm going to try that out. So come along with me for all the fun. Let me give you a little closer look at these. Now, these windows are Ply-Gem windows. And like I said, they're new windows. They've never been installed anywhere. You know, they're a bit dirty because they've been sitting out, and part of that time is sitting in the barn, getting ready to be put in. But you see the difference. These have exterior crossbars or buttons or whatever you want to call those things. This one, they're interior to the glass, and it's a tan also. And then this one has none at all. So I bought some paint that's supposed to be able to paint plastic. These are vinyl windows. So I'm going to try to clean these up, paint these 2. And then I bought some crossbars to go in. We'll see how those work also. Here's the paint I bought. It's just a Rust-Oleum paint. And you see here it says bonds to plastic. So I'm going to try this out and see how it works. These windows are going to be up in the top of the barn. So, you know, you're not going to be able to see them that close from the ground. But my biggest concern is that this stuff would peel off, and hopefully it won't. And finally, here is my grill kit. You can see these are plastic little crossbars. And I bought these on Amazon. Came with a pack like this. This is way more than what I need, but it's always good. It has little cross sections here to hook them together. So we'll see how these work also as we get into it. And I'll put links to all this stuff in the description of the video below if you're interested in picking it up. All right, let's start cleaning these bad boys up. I'm going to have to get off all of this paper stuff too. Let's see. Maybe once I get it wet, it'll come off a lot easier. All right, let's see if this is got any. Oh yeah, I just have a razor blade here. Scrape some of this off. I need to take this board out here. So let me get a screwdriver and take that out. I'm sure this board was in here just to keep this bottom part from warping when you set it up. So once I wash it, I will probably put that back in. All right, guys, so now the windows have been outside in the sun. They've dried. So next step, I'm going to lightly sand the face of this so that it's not so slick, so that the paint will stick better. I've got some 150 grit sandpaper. Cut some small pieces here where I can hold it. And I'm just going to do some quick sanding of this face. That's really what's going to show. I want to sand here mainly and around the edges and then on the back. I'm going to put my glasses on here where I can see what I'm doing. I'm really just trying to scuff this up. And I'll see if I can get in here close so you can see the difference in kind of the before and after of how slick it looks versus how it looks after I sanded it. All right, let's see if I can kind of give you guys an impression of how shiny this is, because you can see kind of how glossy it is now. And I'm gonna sand it a bit here. Okay, now you should see that looks a little more matte looking. And you can see those micro scratches there too that it's put on the plastic. That will help the paint stick. Again, I'm not trying to smooth it out really. I'm just trying to scuff it up a little bit so that the paint will stick better. Okay, I think that's good for, let's see, I'm gonna use that rag. It's got some oil on it. Let me get a fresh cloth. Got a whole bag of these microfiber cloths here. Good now, and it's just got a slight scuff to it. I'm going to do also the back side here a little bit because I want to paint inside of here because this is what will be seen from the inside. Okay, I think that's good for this window. I'll do the next one. I'm going to take a little bit of air and make sure everything's blown off good. All right, so here's my impromptu paint booth. It's just a tarp with my windows leaned up. So again, I'm going to be using this Rust-Oleum, not a sponsor, but Rust-Oleum 2X Ultra Cover Paint and Primer. This is white gloss. It says it bonds to plastic. So let's hope that is the case. Let's see. All right. Guess I could have taped the windows off, but I'll clean those up with a razor blade. I'm gonna do a couple of light coats. Okay, that's the first coat on that one. All right, so we'll let that dry a while, and then we'll come back and put some more coats on. All right, so it's been about 10 minutes. I'm gonna turn these so I can get to this bottom here. Let's see. All right, now do the same for this one. All right, put another light coat on. Okay, coat number 2. Let's let that dry for a while, and then we'll come back and do some more. All right, it's been about 20 minutes. Let's do another coat. Okay, looking good. So it's the next day. Everything's dry. Everything looks good. I'm going to turn them around now and do the back side. We'll do a couple of coats on the back. And we'll come back and clean this off the glass later. So let's turn it around. And now let's do the back side. All right, so there's the first coat. Let's let that dry, and we'll come back for another one. Okay, it's time for another coat. Let's rotate and repeat. All right, the paint has dried. Now comes the hard part, maybe. We'll see how much work I caused myself by not taping this up. So let's see how easy this paint comes off. Yeah, not too bad. It's gonna take a little bit of scraping. All right, looking at the camera, that took about 10 minutes to scrape that window. So in hindsight, maybe it would have been better to take that 10 minutes and tape up the window, or 5 minutes, tape up the window instead of having to scrape it for 10. But, you know, only have 2 windows to do, so that's not too bad. Let's keep going. Okay, I have to say, I'm not looking forward to doing the next one, but that one's done. I think it looks pretty good. I see it a little bit right there. And I'll wash these with some window cleaner and get most of the paint off. But again, these are going to be up high in the barn. They're going to get dirty anyway. But yeah, this one's the one I'm going to, well, both of these are the ones I'm going to try to put these little bars in. I think they'll look good once I get it done. Okay, one more to go. So now I've got both windows done. I did find my scraper, which was a lot better than using just these utility knife blades. So the other window went a lot quicker. I didn't film it, but it went a lot quicker. And I didn't like wear my little fingers out here. So let's wash this up here. I'm sure we're probably still gonna have a little bit of paint on here that I'll need to scrape off. Okay, let me put my spectacles back on. Yeah, just a little bit. But right now, I just mainly want to focus on where I'm going to put my crossbars in. I think I said, what did I say on on the intro, like Mullins or something like mullions. Mullions is what I was trying to say. Instead of Mullins, mullions or grids. All right, so let's see how these bad boys work now. I haven't even opened them yet, so let's give it a little open. I've got it wrapped in cellophane. Come on. All right, so now that we're into them, let's see, we've got these pieces that will go in the windows. Oh, look at that. That's going to look nice. And then we have these other little pieces. Okay, so these are some crossbars. So it looks like the way these work. So I was thinking about doing one solid one and then cutting these to kind of match, but it looks like the kit recommends doing this number, taking these little cross pieces and jamming them in there like that to make that cross piece. And that might be good, that way I don't have to worry about cutting this at any kind of an angle. I don't know, I'll try one and see how it looks. So let's take one of these bad boys. Man, I tell you what, that doesn't really look like it will go in there. Let me see if I can get you a close-up of this. So here is, you can see how much bigger that is than that hole there. I guess maybe just jam that thing down in there like that and it stays. Let me see if I can do that. And this looks like it's going to expand that out though and make it look like buckle up at the edge. Maybe not. Okay. But let's see how that's going to look. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to like better. Having one solid one and then cutting the other. I think I can just cut this at an angle. And of course, honestly, it's not going to matter. I don't know why I'm worried about it. It's going to be up so high on the top of the barn. Nobody's going to be able to see that that's some little plastic thing. So let me get a marker or a pencil here and mark this. So this will be right here. And this is going to need to be cut about right there. All right. Let me get my little square here and mark this straight across. I don't know the best way to cut this. Whether it's going to be better just try to cut it with a knife or use like my Dremel. Maybe I'll use my Dremel and cut it. Well, I do have a little saw. I don't know. We'll try a couple of things. I think the Dremel may wind up melting the plastic, so I may do better with a saw. Let's see what I've got for saws here. Oh, look at this. I have this little saw, which is a coping saw. And then I have just some hacksaw blades here. And this looks finer. It may do just as well. Let's try to cut one and see what happens. Let me get you in a little closer. Okay, I'm over on my other bench and I'm just gonna see how this cuts with this. I have to move this out of the way. Just want to make sure I'm in frame. Looks like I'm going all sideways there. How'd that happen? So just keep going here. I might have to put it in the vise. Oh, come on. And see, this is what I didn't want to do, is get it all dirty on this bench. This bench is not the cleanest thing. All right, got her cut. We'll see how that fits, and then I can trim it up. All right, let's see how close I got. Yeah, that needs a little bit of trimming, which is probably good. Since I didn't go. Oh, look now, look what I found now. The other scraper. I was looking for, oh, there's two scrapers. Man, I was looking for those things all over the house. I couldn't find them. Oh well. All right, let's see what I can do here with trimming this up a little bit. Okay. All right, that looks pretty darn good right there. I think so. I did get a little nasty there, but scrape that off. Okay, I can use the back side of this other piece, I think. And if I was good, this will be the same length on the other side. If I got it straight. Let's mark it right there. Now I'm curious, how close did I get? Whoa, that's strange. That is not even the same. That's in the middle. Yeah, look at that. If I put that there in the middle, you can see. So that center mullion does not appear to be a crossbar. Does not appear to be in the center. 9 1/4. Oh yeah, That is nowhere near the center. Boy, that's off. Yeah. Okay, so this is 9 inches that way. And we'll go that way. It's 8 7/8. So that's a 1/4 inch off. This way, 9 1/8. And here is 8 3/4. Wow. Wow. Okay, well, I can't fix that because you'll have one of my little crossbars like not lined up. So I'm just going to have to fake it and make it work. So let's cut this one. I'm going to try to hold this other one in a vise and see if it does any better for me. Let me get you over here. Oh, you can kind of see. I'll just leave it there and zoom in a little. So let's try that. I put the piece that I'm going to be cutting off in the vise so that I don't mess that up. Let's see if I can get a straight cut here. Oh yeah, much better. Much better. Much better. Okay. So, let's go back over here. Take my piece that I just cut off. Oh, look at that. Beautimous. Oops, what did I do? Put it the wrong way? Yeah, there we go. See, that's in the center there. And watch when I flip it over. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, I'm not going to worry about that. That looks good. Actually, I could make that a little bit longer. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay, now I need to do the same thing up and down. Top to bottom. There we go. That's good right there. Okay, I'll cut that one. I don't even have to take it out. Okay. Let's see how that looks now. Ooh, doggy. Be trimmed just a smidge. Just a smidge. Let's see how that looks. It could be just a smidge shorter. I must have cut that one long. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's it. I thought I had turned it over somehow. All right, let's see. I think that'll do good. Perfect. Okay. Now I just need to do the bottom piece. Alright, so let's put this one in. And I'm going to have to flip the window over now for this. Okay, look as good as. All right, so let's cut that off. Let's see what we got. Perfect. Looks good. All right, there we go. So that is what it's going to look like. Let me get you in the middle so you can see. Hey, look at that. Not too shabby. Now, these come with these little clips that are supposed to hold those in to the edge here. I don't know whether I want to use those or if I want to use some like E6000 glue and glue these on. Let me see how those clips work. They may do just as well. Just as good, I mean. These little clips here are metal. So I think what you do is you just slide this on here like that. And you slide one on here like that. Okay. Then you slide them up past the little pokey part. And then let's put one up the top. Come on. Slide it past the pokey part. And then one on the bottom. Now, which way did I have this? That's not it. Should have kept up with the way I had it. Is that it? Goodness. Didn't pay attention to what I was doing. That's not it either. That's not it either. Nope. Okay, that's it. So then you take these little pokey pieces and you slide them into the rubber. Let me get a screwdriver. So push on that with. So you're supposed to be able to slide these up into the rubber. Poke it in there. Boy, that didn't really go, did it? Yeah, these are really, really tight. Yeah, these windows are so tight. I don't think it's going to slide in between the... It's supposed to really go in between this plastic part. Oh yeah, that's not going to go. I'm just trying to slide those in. It's not going to go. So what I'm going to do is just take some E6000 and glue these into place. And now, again, I have lost my orientation. That's not it. That's it there. Okay, let me see if I have some. Okay, I got my E6000. What's left of this tube. Not a sponsor, but that's some good stuff. I like the E6000 because it's kind of a rubbery glue, so it doesn't get hard and brittle. It stays kind of flexible and rubbery. I'm hoping that'll hold this on here in the elements. I think it will. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this window down. Okay, like this. So that when I glue it, it's not going to go anywhere. And I'll get some painter's tape to tape it. Alright. Here we go. There's my painter's tape. And I'm going to mark that so I know where it goes. Alright. Let's just flip this over this way. Yeah, this is it's got some grooves on the back. I hope I can just put a bead of this E6000 down the spine of that, and it will squish out on the rest. Come on. Okay. Stuff does kind of dry up though. That is one disadvantage to it. The nozzle is always kind of getting gummed up. Alright, let's see if that got it going. Oh yeah. You know, I might have even been able to put some silicone Okay. Let's try that and see what happens. Let's see if I can get this in place without smearing it all over everything. Okay. All right, let's tape it down and see what happens. All right, that's it for window number one. I'm going to take this and set it outside and let it dry. And I will go ahead and cut the grid for the next window, but I'm not sure if I want to put it in until I understand whether this is going to work or not. So let's do that. Okie dokie. Let's cut our grid for the next window. So let's measure the width of this window. Okay, let's see. So this window the glass is 18 7/8. Should be square. 18 7/8. Okie dokie. Let's see what this little centerpiece is. This is 7/8. Okay, so that gives me 18 7/8 minus 7/8, which is 18 divided by 2 is 9. So I should be able to cut my little pieces of grid at 9 inches. And I should have it. So let's try one and see what we get. There we go. There we go. All right. That one is ready to go too. But like I said, I'm not going to glue this one in until I verify that that glue is going to work properly. So there we go. So those are turning out pretty good. I paid $20 a piece for these windows, and before I found these without the crossbars in them, the grids, I checked with my local building supply. I had the numbers off of these windows, and I gave them the exact number and asked them to quote me 2 windows, and they were $189 each. So I said, no, thank you. I'll pay $20 for the tan ones and paint them. So yeah, I think I saved a lot of money on that. So that's going to be all for today. I'm going to let that other stuff dry, and by the magic of video, it'll be in just like this for you. So I had set this out to dry yesterday. It is the next day. So let's pull this tape off and see how well it stuck down. Hey, that feels pretty good. I didn't know how well this E6000 would stick to the plastic and to the glass, but it feels like it's held pretty well. Okay, yeah, that's on there pretty good. I like it. So there you go. And let's compare it to one of our existing windows here that's on the ground. Let me back up. There we go. So the one here on the right is one of the existing windows that I had, and this is the one I just redid. So yeah, I think that turned out well. This one obviously is a little proud of the edge, so it's sticking up a little further than this, but nobody's ever going to be able to see that. But and this one may be a little wider than this one because it's freshly painted, but yeah, I think it looks good. Let's go do the other one, and I'll also maybe do the back side of this. This one has the little grill on the front and the back, so maybe I'll do that just so if you're inside the barn and look up, you will see the white grill. This is the second window. If you remember yesterday in our video, I just laid this on there. So let's put our E6000 on. Put one across the middle here. I don't think I needed all of that I taped yesterday. Okay, I'll set this one outside, and I'm gonna go get the other one and just do the other bar there. All right, guys, another day has gone by. Everything should be dry now. Let's take off this tape and see our results. Okay, that's one. Yeah, that's on there good. That's pretty good. Let's take this other side off. Ooh. Hey man, that looks pretty good. Look at that. I think that's gonna work. Paint looks good. These things are stuck on here good. Yeah, I think that's gonna work nicely. Take this one off. Got the spider webs there for somewhere. This one is the one that had the crossbars embedded in the window already. So you can kind of see that in there. There's the center crossbar in the inside. But yeah, that looks good too. You won't be able to see that from up high. Both of those look good. I think the paint looks good. Let's take it out and compare it to the other white one that is originally white. Okay, can you tell which one is which? This center one is the original one with the crossbar grids in it, and the ones on each side here are the ones that I painted and added the crossbars. So I think that looks good. Again, not 100% match, but these are going to be up high, 15 feet up in the air, so nobody's going to be able to tell the difference from the ground. But I think it turned out good. Now I just got to keep going on the barn and get ready to install them. But thanks for watching. Again, just if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the bell notification so that anytime I post a new video, you'll get notified. That way you can keep up with all the videos related to the barn build. And as always, thanks for joining us here at Thistle Hill Farmstead. We'll see you next time.